All aboard, it's Jang here with a look at a Playmobil Super 4 set. This is the Black Barons Take-Along Castle set. Officially comes with 149 pieces, which is quite a lot. As a take-along set, it's not your standard castle, because look here. Not a lot of depth to it, and on the back there's not a lot to see until you open it up. There's a little bit more to see in there. Get a little closer look. It's basically just a little second floor. Also has a little bit of a ladder access off to the side and a very nice treasure chest here. Wow, that is a nice design. I like that kind of, I don't know what you even call that. It's a couple different colors and there's just a texture to the plastic and then all this gold and such. It's one of these locking ones. They're very nice, close up very well. And inside, yes, they do give you a full bag of these very nice golden coins, different denominations and with different prints on the back. I like that very much. This is one of the better looking treasure little miniature sets to come with a full set that I personally have seen. Also inside of there, it's going to be a little bit tough to see. I mean, this first level down here, it's just a big open box. So there's spaces in there you can, put other stuff in there if you have other stuff, but for the most part, it's just space. So you can put figures in there, you can act out little scenes, but there's not a lot to do in there. This is a nice sticker that represents a rug in there with a very nice design, but it's kind of tough to see and you're not really able to appreciate it that much. There are also stickers that get placed on the walls here. I have to move this out of the way. There's a sticker on the wall there, a couple stickers on the back there, a sticker on the wall over here, but again, you're not really able to appreciate them that much because they get put all the way back. I really wish that those had been, I mean, those are the official places to put them. I think it would make more sense to bring them a little bit closer towards the front. This thing that I'm lifting here is the handle for the whole set, since it is a take-along set, but I'll show you how that works a little bit later on. First, I just want to continue with some of the details on the outside. You place these wolf heads around the thing, because obviously the Black Baron is a wolf knight leader. There are balconies along the sides, so you are able to pose figures up here. It's the smallest little turret, but it is large enough to fit a figure in there. So that works, even though it's super small in size. It still has the function that you can ask for. It does come with a horse with a saddle. Comes with a couple of torches, which are separate pieces. We'll look at the figures more closely in a minute as well. This is a kind of a drawbridge, and you can close that up. And now that is a proper placement of a sticker because it's obvious. You can see it. You can kind of click this into place, and there's a little lock. Since it is a take-along set, you need to be able to lock that up. This is a little spot where you can break it in. So it's one of those spots where bring in a battering ram and just bust that right through. It does click in very nicely so it doesn't fall out too easily. That's good. A little bit of rock terrain down here. Now this is nice here. You have a little launcher off to the side, and that comes with this fire bolt that you can shoot off. You can turn this around. You can put it in some different places around the edges, but they also have these couple of kind of spiked club or mace kind of shots, which can be shot out from there as well. And that just uses the standard no spring loading, just setup where you just push from the back, loads up on its own, and out that comes. Wow, that actually shoots perfectly. This has a good amount of weight to it. And then looking up on the top of the thing, there you can see the top of the ladder, which I showed you from the back. But to really get access through there, you just want to open up this hatch, which also has a latch on it, kind of a lock. They call this a trapdoor. I wouldn't really use it as a trapdoor, though. It's more just a regular hatch just to get direct access. So that brings you in. There you can see that rug just a little bit better. It's much better, actually, to see from the top rather than from the side. But let's take a look at how all of this gets all folded up and closed up to really use its take-along function. Well, unfortunately, it does require a little more than just folding the thing up. You do need to take some things off because some of these things will fall off if you don't take them off on your own, if you're taking this around for travel. So these tops of the turrets, let's put this back in there. One really good thing about this bottom section just being completely open like that, it's good storage. So these tops come off, just throw those in there, put this in there, starts to get a little bit crowded, just a little bit. Close this up, and then over here on the sides, these, whoops, didn't need to do that. Take that out all the way. These tops, there we go. Dang it. That's not how I wanted this to go. I will do the other side more smoothly. These tops come off. That gets tossed in there. These actually rotate in. It's actually much nicer. I really messed up right there. I'm trying to do it properly here. Just take off the tops. See, that's how it was supposed to go. Fold these in. Now it'll all work. Now these sides fold together. This comes down. One last lock, and just make sure that you have the hatch on the top locked up properly. Make sure that you have the drawbridge locked up properly, and that is it. You can also throw your figures in there, of course, that come with the set. There's just enough room to kind of squeeze those in, but now the whole thing, you know, it almost looks like one section, just one tower of a castle. So even when it's closed up like this, it still looks good from every angle, maybe even a little bit better than it does when it's open. It's just smaller. And then there's your handle. Just pick that up and you can just walk along with it. And yeah, some stuff will get moved around on the inside. It'll rattle around a little bit, but no damage will be done. And there's, you know, everything is completely closed up and locked up quite securely. So this actually works out quite well. Here's a closer look at the 3 figures included with the set. That's the Black Baron in the center, and then just 2 of his generic wolf knights off to the sides. Now here there's just so much expressiveness with the Black Baron's face that he does look very different in his style from the Playmobil standard, the standard smiling faces on the knights. And I think with the other sets that I've seen so far from Super 4, they actually fit together reasonably well, but here start to see more of the contrast. I personally really like the new style with the Super 4 faces that are more expressive and have the whites in them and a little highlight. It brings a lot more life, especially if you've actually seen the show. Really brings Playmobil to life in a more modern way without taking anything away from their style, really. You know, it's still the same proportions and everything, still the same body style, but just they seem much more lively. That gem right there on the side on his I don't know, shoulder armor, I guess you would call that. That's something you actually put on. It has an adhesive back and you have to place it on there yourself. Different torsos, different setups entirely between the 2 knights. So one of them is really an archer. I guess you can just call them soldiers to be more generic about it. One has the longbow, and then the other one just has a sword. The Black Baron himself has his own sword, but it's a thinner one, and it comes in a very, very light and kind of pearly silver color. See, it's even lighter in color than the armor pieces. And again, it does come with the horse, so the Black Baron doesn't have to walk anywhere. His helpers do have to walk, but he gets the benefit of using a horse, and he is able to hold the reins on one side. So that's the Black Baron's take-along castle. There are some things that are nice about this. I think that it looks really good from the front. It has nice detailing. I really like the wolf heads in the dark red. It's actually interesting that the entire castle is slightly bluish in color. It's not really gray. It's kind of bluish, which I didn't even notice until I kind of put it next to some other things that are just regular gray, and then it really stood out that, wow, it's really, really blue. But you know, it is what it is. Things that I don't like about this set are just how open it is on the bottom floor, and also just how much work you have to do to kind of fold everything up. It's good, it works well, but it would have been nice if it folded up just as it is. With, you know, you could just fold everything down and in and then just lock without having to remove things. I think that's the one thing that I don't like here. It all makes sense. I understand why they did what they did, but it would have been nicer to be able to do just less. But once it is folded up, I think that it makes for a great take-along thing for kids, so they can put all their stuff in there, plus a little bit of extra, just a little bit of extra room, not a lot, a little bit extra room for maybe some extra, a couple extra figures or something, and some extra accessories they can throw in there as well. But I very much appreciate the locks. They're nice and sturdy locks, and as long as kids remember to close them up fully, then nothing is going to get out. So overall, I feel like the design works. It's not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it, and I do think that it has a good value. You get a lot for your money here. It's a very cheap way to get a castle and 3 figures and a bunch of accessories too. That's it for my look at this set. Let me know if you have any thoughts you'd like to share with myself and the rest of the viewers, what you think about this set. I always appreciate comments. I've got more videos to bring you, so I'll be talking to you again very soon.